Mr. Khanna is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you for your leadership. I rise in strong opposition to this amendment. My question is simple. If we are getting out of Afghanistan and we have money, why are we spending this $23.9 billion on increasing defense as opposed to, for example, giving the money to all our veterans who served in Afghanistan for 20 years? Why wouldn't that be a better use of the money? Or my Republican colleagues who have spoken eloquently about our obligation to our Afghan allies and to Afghan refugees. Why not spend the money on resettling them or helping with their evacuation? I don't understand why we need, at a time where we're withdrawing from Afghanistan, when we have been withdrawing from Iraq, a budget that is higher than at the height of the Cold War, than it is higher than 3 of President Trump's budgets, and that has no allocation of a modern advanced defense strategy. Here is the question people are asking. The Democrats right now have the presidency. We have the Senate. We have the House of Representatives. And you're telling me our party, when we have both chambers and the president, are going to succumb to a Republican addition to the defense budget? If we don't stand up now to make sure that we are not increasing the defense budget beyond what Trump wants, what good is it to control both chambers and the presidency? Let's be very clear. This is an addition beyond what President Biden wants. This is an addition beyond what the Pentagon wants. This is an addition beyond what almost every Democratic voter wants across this country. I wanted more cuts than the president's budget, but I support the president's budget. I would vote for the president's budget through this committee. I have voted for in my 4 years in Congress, I have voted every time to advance the budgets, even the president's budgets, President Trump's budgets, through this committee. But I cannot in good conscience vote this time to advance this budget if we are going to disregard the president, if we're going to disregard the Pentagon, if we're going to disregard the facts on the ground, and if we're going to not show any spine as a Democratic Party and say that we actually have the presidency, we have the Senate, we have the House of Representatives, we ought to have our values. And if we're not going to prioritize what needs to be prioritized in this country, which is taking on the pandemic, which is supporting our veterans who served in Afghanistan, supporting resettlement of those who are our allies. So I oppose this amendment, and if this amendment passes, I cannot vote to advance this to the House.
Thank you.